So this is about FABA Finishing School. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Indu. So Dr. Indu, many thanks. I mean, we have been trying to catch up from a month, right? So my apologies, I was away for a month. So I mean, a small intro. What I got to know from Indu is like extremely energetic and powerful, and trying to change many lives. An academic, I think, have more than 38 publications, right, in Dr. Indu, and a mentor, a tutor. Now she has her own company called IABM. So, Dr. Indu, many thanks for joining. And also, Redana sir is here. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah.
Redana sir, namaskar. Very good morning.
Very good evening. And she is ever enthusiastic student. So, always coming forward to help the student community. Welcome, Indu.
Thank
the
you.
floor
Sir.
is
Thank you
yours.
so much. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining. I know it's early morning time for you. So you had been great to take time for us and join here. Thank you.
Jagadish is suppressing his one young participant. Hi.
But it's positives and negatives of working from home, sir. Yeah. Good. Dr. Indu, please take over. Now we can.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much, Dr. Jagdish. So, yeah, hello everyone. Very good evening and good morning to all of you. So, as Dr. Jagdish said, you know, this is completely a very positive ambience. Be proactive. We are going to have a lot of fun. I want all of your cameras to be on. I have a reason for this, and you would thank me for telling this. Very good evening to all of you. Can we have everyone's camera on? Yes? Okay. So before we actually start the session, my very sincere gratitude to Professor Redana sir, Sharma sir, Dr. Jagdish, Divya, Mamta, and the entire team of FABA. So to all of you, you know that I am, as Dr. Indu, new to FABA, but actually to the FABA team and to me as well. We are connected since 2020, and I'm really grateful. I've been seeing the growth of FABA from the inception, and we had a lot of collaborative programs, and we are here again to do a lot of things. And it's a great pleasure and honor to be here at this event this evening for a wonderful session again on goal setting, why, what, and how. Before we start the session, I want to ask you all a question. Are you all ready to answer? As Dr. Jagdish readily pointed out, this is not a lecture, it's not a session. Okay? It's going to be an interactive session. It's going to be a lot of interactions, which means it's a dialogue. I want answers from all of you. Let's keep the chat box flowing. It's a very simple question. How many of you love traveling? How many of you love traveling? Please leave your messages in the chat box. Yes, if you can write me or yes, why to simplify. How many of you love traveling? Great. Okay. How many of you love stories? How many of you love stories? Great. Exploring something. Yes, travel is always a great thing, but for some time, traveling depends on situation is quite boring as well. But yeah, most of us love traveling, right? Most of us love stories, right? COVID and illness spotted for someone. Alice, thank you. Yes, great response. Keep the pace going. And we have a lot of things to discuss, and I'm going to learn a lot of things from all of you. Yes? Okay, now we're going to get into the world of the goal setting and mastery. We're going to travel into this world. Yeah, Ali sees himself as a storyteller as well. Thank you. Goal setting, travel into this and get going, discuss about a lot of stories, insights, learning, and a lot of fun, activities, worksheets, and so on. Are you all ready? Are you all ready? Allow me to share my screen. Are you all ready? Yes?
Yes.
Are you get to go? Perfect. Just tell me if you are able to see the screen. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Let me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are going to talk about goal setting. Now, let me ask you all yet another question. What is a goal? Or what are goals in general? Then we will talk about what are your goals. What is a goal? What is a goal? You can type it maybe in just one line. Becoming something somebody wants. Pawan says, Saurabh says, list of tasks to be completed. Okay. What is a goal in general? Final things to achieve something. Okay. Something to achieve. What is that something? What is that something? Okay, we'll talk about that. This is exactly what I want to talk. That something is what we're going to talk today. Objectives, okay. What is a goal? A goal is what someone plans to achieve, final achievement. So, the common answers we see here, the one word common answers are achievement. Okay, great. Let the chat box keeps flowing. Any other answers? What is a goal? Okay, now answer this question. What are your goals? Or if you don't want to actually answer, a goal is what you feel good once reached. That's goals, goal man. Okay, that's goal man. Okay, reach his aim. Okay, great. Now, let me ask you all another question. The desire to get your most cherished dream. Sandeep Jaiswal says, the desire to get your most cherished dreams. Great. Okay, Sarah says, my goal is to reach my peak in career. Wonderful. We'll talk about your career in next few minutes, Sarah. And any other definitions for goals? Desired achievements, time bound, okay? Any other? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Do you have a goal? I'm sure that, sometimes we say we shouldn't let others know our plans. So we just wanted to know how many of you have goals? Anjali says, yes. Kiran, Sandeep, Sarah says, yes, I do. How many of you have goals? If you have a goal, say yes, or you can answer, you have, yes, no. If you do not have a goal, please feel free to say even no. Or you do not know what's your goal. You do not know how to set your goal. Gaurav says no. Okay, that's why we are here. And if you have, we will refine it. We'll try to understand the goal setting and mastery. Janvi says yes. How many of you do not have a goal? Or you have a goal, but you're not sure of how to achieve it? Or what are the steps that you need to go? What are the strategies that needs to be planned? And what is the path that you need to travel? So we have most of you saying yes, that you have a goal. So I want a couple of you to unmute yourself and say, what is your goal? If you don't mind sharing it with us, anybody can unmute yourself. Those who answered yes, anybody can unmute yourself and share what is your goal.
Yes, Shushri, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, Sushri.
Ma'am, actually, I want to have a very successful career in biotechnology, and I don't want to miss out on anything. Like, I want to be able to pursue my passion for biotechnology, be very successful.
Sushri, could you? I'm so sorry. I'm not able to catch exactly what you say. I was your voice is breaking. Could you just type in the chat box? So we have Sandeep says goal can be categorized as short-term goals, long-term goals. Yeah, we are coming there, Sandeep. Sushri, could you please type your goal? Anyone else who can? I would read it in the chat box. Sometimes we have goals, sometimes we don't have. Okay, Russell is trying for higher education. Okay, so we all have goals. So she says she wants to become a successful career in biotechnology, become a scientist and professor. Okay. Anyone else who would love to share their goals? Anyone else who would love to share their goals? Goal means setting trend, what you want in life. Okay. Your specific goals. Okay, good. So everyone know what your goals are. Now I will ask you a question through our next slide. You have a goal, right? Let me say you have a goal A, that you wanted to become D or reach D. Now, what you think are essential in between that? From A to D, for you to reach from A to D, what you think are the essential steps? You can again leave the messages in the chat box. You have a goal. Imagine, even if you don't have goal, by end of this session, you know how, you will understand how to set goals. You will be able to understand how to master the goals. And you will be able to understand what are the techniques to achieve your goals as well. So as of now, please imagine that we do have a goal. Now we need to work towards that goal. So what is that you will take? Planning, have data and information. What sort of information? Planning, yes. What else we do? Let me put it this way. I have a goal and I have a plan. Sometimes what happens is take small actions daily. Okay, hard work, dreaming about it, consistency, perseverance, strategy, plan steps, time management need to be specific, determined. Great. Right. You all are right. Yes. So the first issue what we have, information like whether how much risk, set up daily targets, resource, knowledge, education, planning, networking is what Anthony said. Chanakeshwar said, consistency. Okay, consistency, proper guidance step if you have already a plan. Great going. Thank you so much for being super active. Now, the goal without a plan is just a dream. Yeah, Chanakeshwar, I got it right. Goal without a plan is just a dream. What is that take-home message from this? All of us have a lot of dreams, desires. I want to become this, I want to become that, this, that, I want to buy this. For example, I want to buy a home, I want to buy a car, I want to become a scientist, become an entrepreneur, I want to do this. We have a number of thoughts coming in. Every day we have thousands of thoughts coming in. Every day we have thousands of flows in our mind, ideas getting in. How many of us take these ideas and try to implement, plan, and execute and take it into action? Very few ideas, right? A very few ideas, right? Yes. So we have a dream. If the dreams are not converted into goals, the goals have to have some plan. Yes. And those planning step is most crucial, most critical in life. Have you all heard this? 80% of planning and 20% of execution? Because the planning takes a very huge amount of time. If you know what you need to plan. Yes, Kiran Kumar, thank you. Yes? Yes, if you know Pareto principle. Yes, Aurav. If you know what you need to work on, what's your target, where you need to achieve, and you plan towards it, then execution becomes easy. But you have lots of goals, but you have no plans. You are left nowhere. Then the goal without a plan is just a dream. When you can actually see the invisible, you can become unstoppable. How many of you agree with this? When you can see the invisible, you become unstoppable, right? But how do you visualize the invisible? That's what we're going to see today. That's what we're going to learn today. How do you actually visualize your goals? How do you set your goals? So this particular chart, which is over here, will explain you what exactly are we going to do. What is goal setting? What are the types of goals, right? How do we make plans? How do you plan to achieve those goals? And why goal setting is important? Suppose I don't have any goals. I am a person. Say, there are people like that, right? There are many people like that. Say, for example, I am a person who I feel I don't have any goals. I just live the day as I am. I just live the best of the moment. I don't want to set any goals. There are people like that. So we should understand, it's important to understand that why goal setting is important and how do we master this goal setting, plan, execution, and process, and how we act on those plans and execute it very meticulously. Because ideation, staying focused towards it, planning, executing is all essential for goal setting and mastery is what we're going to see in next few minutes. I have a very important strategy or a tips if you wanted to set your goal. Then there is a very important strategy called grow. As you see in the slides, what do you mean by grow? Goal, reality, options, way forward. Let's try and understand this. Goals, yes, we just discussed. Everybody have goals, right? Every one of us have goals. Let's talk about reality. I want to hear from all of you. The moment you hear the word reality, what is just one word that's coming into your mind? The moment you hear the word reality, let the chat box be on. What is the one thing that's coming into your mind? Problems, yes, real, actual situation, okay? What is reality? Any other answers? Yeah, getting the goals into reality is, of course, a problem. Present day situation, insults. Pawan Kumar says insults. Anthony says achievements. See? Totally contradictory, right? But yes, reality is insult as well. You get a lot of obstacles. People do not believe in you. You have a lot of roadblocks. And that is an insult. But you are able to manage all these things. Take it as a challenge, no matter what. I know what my goals are. I know what my vision is. And I am ready to face all the challenges, irrespective of whatever it is. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. I will achieve it. And that's the achievement what he mentions. Reality inhibits dreaming, okay? The gap between the goal and present situation is reality. Yes, great. Anything else? So you have a goal. You want to bring it into reality. It's now only in your imaginations, right? It's just now in your imaginations, correct? Let me tell you one thing. The goal statement is the gold statement. I repeat, the goal statement is the gold statement. It is very important to know what your goals are. Now let's talk about the third one, options. What do you think options are? What are options here? Why is even the word option here? Goal, it's here, it's in my thoughts, it's in my imagination, and I wanted to put it into reality. Where is the word option came in? Can I have your answers? What do you think options? Choices, okay, right? Choices, anything else? Opportunities, decisions, right? And anything else? Alternatives, okay, alternatives, right? Then bifurcation, wonderful, amazing. See, that's what I said. We are all going to learn together, right? See, you're giving an amazing answer. Let the flow keep going. Preferences, yes. So the power of imagination is infinite, right? The power of imagination is infinite, but it has to be specific. Suppose I tell you all, assessment of best strategy. Suppose I tell you all, someone asks me, what is your goal? I tell you, I want to buy a Rolls Royce. I want to buy a Lamborghini in next 1 year. Do you think it's attainable? Do you think it's attainable? Do you think it's specific? Do you think it makes any sense? The question is, why I said this? Maybe yes, maybe no. But what is the majority option is, of course, no. Probably somebody in our lifetime might buy it in next future, but not so soon. So what I'm trying to tell here is, and is that a specific goal? Is that a right goal to have? Right? So what I'm trying to tell here is, you should have a very specific goal which is attainable. We will talk about SMART goals, and in our career, how do we actually do that SMART goals? So we have a goal, we want to get that into reality. And when we are open to all that is coming in, just be open, set your goals, work for it, be open to all the options that you have, as rightly put by all of you. Rightly put by all of you, right? You have different options. You have different opportunities. Every opportunity opens to endless possibilities. And once we do that, then we would reach our goal and we still have a way forward to go. Many of us have that thought in mind. The moment we achieve the goal, it's done. No, life is a continuous learning process. So So we have way forward to go. So the moment you achieve a goal, do not stop. That is why I say grow. We have a way forward to go. And there is absolutely no limitations. Absolutely no limitations. Nothing is impossible on earth if you follow certain rules and regulations, if we follow certain stringent mechanisms, techniques, tools, and the way we are, then all your big dreams, all the goals that you set will become true one day. That is why I say dream big, set goals, just do it. Okay, let's now talk about this. What do you understand from this particular slide? What do you understand from this particular slide? The biggest problem is everybody are greedy. Do you agree? Of course, yes, we are all greedy. Greedy for money, greedy for position, greedy for possession, greedy to achieve something, greedy to have a great family life, greedy to have a good health, right? The problem is what actually happens from the goal to become reality. That intermediate step is action. We need to just do it. Get on to action to convert the goals into realities. What we expect when we set a goal, what we expect is, of course, I know hard work is important. Hard work is key to success. We have to work really hard. I will work so hard to achieve my goals. But the reality is, it's not that easy. We have challenges. We have a lot of obstacles. We have roadblocks. We have uncertainties and chaos coming in. We have to overcome all of these to achieve that success. So this is expectation and this is reality. And if you set a goal and if you're, it's like, the alchemist says, if you find a goal and you want to achieve it, no matter what, if you stick to it and you need it badly, the universe will conspire to achieve it for you, right? But you need to have that resilience. You need to have the grit. We need to have that perseverance to actually achieve it. Let's get into something very important. Now we discussed many things about goals. The moment I asked you, what is your goal or do you have goals? Every one of us had only the long-term goals. Like, we want to achieve something in career. I want to get into big positions. I want to get into pharma companies and biotech companies. I want to become a scientist. I want to become an entrepreneur. This is what is actually having it in our mind. But don't you agree with me that every day we have some of the other goals? If yes, type yes in the chat box. Don't you agree that every day or the other we have some of the other goals to achieve? We have a lot of interesting activities and things coming on. Please pay attention. Yes, every day we have a lot of goals to come in. But your mind, your thoughts, our life is so complex that we only think about the big goals. And we get stressed up. We make things so complex. But there are short-term goals and long-term goals. As you see beautifully in the picture. Suppose I start driving a car and I want to reach a destination on time. I have a meeting, a very important meeting at, say, tomorrow, 10 o'clock, and start from here at 8. Reaching on time to that place to finish my meeting is my goal. Today, to give a good presentation and impart values to whoever listens to me is my goal. Right? Yes, at least we should read one book in a month is a goal. Yes. And when it comes to life science and biotechnology, how many of you set a goal that at least we should read one research article in a week? Do you have this? No, we all dream big. Read one research article in a week. Read just one topic in molecular biology or cell biology or developmental biology, biotechnology, genetic engineering. Read some newsletters and articles or blogs every day. Spend 1 hour in your field to grow your talent, right? So these are short-term goals. Let's talk about the long-term goals. Buying a house, being the best boss ever, and so many other things in your career, whatever you've told me before. All these are long-term goals. So the beauty is short-term goals, slow and steadily, the more that we put in efforts to short-term goals will actually get into the long-term planning. How many of you have listened to this called SMART goals? How many of you have listened to this SMART goal? Yes, we all know. See the beauty, I'll tell you. Everybody knows everything. Everybody knows everything. At least once in lifetime, we would have heard what it is, how it is, why it is. But the problem is we don't implement it. We don't take things into action, right? SMART goals, as you see beautifully in the screen, and as you all said, yes, specific, measurable, achievable, result-based, time-specific goals, right? Okay. Now you will ask me a question. I know what are SMART goals. I'm smart enough to know what are SMART goals, but how am I going to achieve it in my field? That is where this particular slide, please pay attention. S stands for specific goals. So what you all need to do is, I'm sharing a worksheet with Ms. Divya after the session. I'm going to show this worksheet. After the session, have your own time, sit and identify your own SMART goals through this worksheet. How? Let's understand. What do you want to do? Specific goals. Somebody told me in chat box that I want to become big person in biotechnology field. I want to achieve something in career. Now, do you think this something is specific? Do you think this something is specific? During my teaching in Deva Patel University, I asked all MSc students, what do you want to become? What's your goal? And one student, she told me that I want to achieve big in life. Is that specific? No. Okay. I want to get into a good job. Now, all of you tell me what that good job actually refers to. What that good refers to. Good could be everything. Good could be nothing. Yes. Yes. So when you set a goal, you should be very specific. Instead of saying achieving a good position in the field of biotechnology, maybe you could add all your thoughts. You could introspect, sit and identify, right, what you are interested in, what you love and what you excel at. Suppose I love stem cells. I would say I wanted to become a stem cell scientist and I wanted to get so-and-so projects, get so-and-so publications in so many years and try and do something, collaborate with so many people and do something for the society. This becomes specific. If you wanted to become a biotechnology entrepreneur, then you have a specific goals. Then you have a measurable goal. How will you track your progress? Now, say, for example, I tell I want to become a stem cell scientist and I don't do anything for it. Anybody ask me what is my goal? I want to become a stem cell scientist. After a month's time, I want to become a stem cell scientist. Yeah, I have a goal. I want to become a stem cell scientist. After 6 months, yes. But am I actually doing something for it? It should be measurable. If you have a goal, which means you should understand how you perform it in next 1 week, next 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year. Begin with the end in mind. You set your goal after 10 years, where you want to be, how you want to be, right? Then work towards it. So you track the progress. All of you agree? Say yes if you agree. And it should be attainable. As I say, in the next 6 months, I want to buy a Rolls Royce, which is not possible. I may down the line, any time in my life, probably yes, probably not, nobody knows. Maybe you achieve something great. You have, say somebody like, may say that I want to have so many crores in my bank balance. It could be anything, but it should be attainable. It should be attainable, not that you have a goal at 20 years of age or 30 years of age, and you attain that in your 60 years of age, right? There should be a time span and it should be relevant. Now, all of you do this very simple task. You have to assess your SMART goals. You have to judge, introspect, sit, and understand your potential to decide what are your SMART goals and are your goals really smart enough. This is the worksheet which I would be sharing with Divya after the session. Now, what you're supposed to do is you will get 2 worksheets like this. So read what are the points that you have to understand for S. Read the questions that you have to question yourself in M. The question yourself that you have to actually target at A, R, and T. And respectively, start writing your answers. At the end of these, you would either, if you have a goal, you would refine your goals or you would actually create something. Yes. Because to see the future, the beauty of the future is to actually create it, right? Yes? Yes? How many of you agree? Begin with the end in mind. Yes. How many of you agree? Can we do this small task after the session? Will you all do this? Now let's another task. Your mantra for this year. Okay. Every one of us have bigger goals in life. I want to become this after 5 years. I want to become this after 10 years. Begin with the end in mind. In 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, right? But what is it for now? What am I going to do this year? What am I going to do right now? Month 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the different goals for now to achieve? Right? Jot it out. Goal 1, 2, 3. And some of the goals which could be attainable, achievable, have a tick mark. Some you think are going to delay have an arrow, as you see in this. Some where you got stuck and some are cancelled, which you feel like right now it's not possible. Have it with you. Every now and then try checking it. So keep a yearly goal for you. Write your goals. Believe in yourself. Write your goals so that you're able to visualize these goals, right? Let's get into next. Now, how many of you think that, let's summarize for now. So till now, whatever we have seen, let me summarize it for you. Now, what did we saw? What are goal setting? How do we set the goals, right? Yes. And what are SMART goals and how actually we need to implement the SMART goals in short. This is part 1. Now let's get into the part 2. How many of you are now in comfort zone? Say yes. How many of us are in comfort zone now? How many of you are in comfort zone? All of you are in comfort zone? Not for the meeting, for your life. Sometimes you're all in comfort zone. Okay. Sometimes yes, me, yes. We are all in comfort zones. Okay. If there's some uncertainty happens or if some chaos occurs, yes. Are you ready to get into the uncomfortable zone? Are you ready to come out of your comfort zone to achieve something? How many of you are ready to come out of the comfort zone to achieve something? How many of you are ready to come out of the comfort zone to achieve something? Yes. Are you all ready? Yes. Yes. Right? Should plan to come out. In that case, forced to come out of comfort zone. This is true. Many of us are forced to come out of the comfort zone. Let's try and understand the 4 zones. And then I'm going to talk about a 5th zone, which is not specified here. The comfort zone is something which we feel safe and comfortable. It's all in our control, right? Everything is in our control. I'm happy today. I have all that is needed now. I don't have any issues at all in life, health, wealth, happiness, the career, position, everything. And I'm the way I am. I don't want to come out of the comfort zone. Say this is one category people. Okay. They would never wanted to come out of the comfort zone. There are people, let's categorize the people into different aspects. There are people who all the time are in comfort zone. They don't want to come out of it. Right? This is one category, category 1. Now let's talk about category 2 people. There are people who are in comfort zone or they are sure to have the control of what they can. Yes, they don't want it. They're not bothered about what they cannot control. But whatever I can control, it's all in my control. I'm ready to take it up. Right now, I want every time to be in comfort zone. But continues this process of being in comfort zone, automatically the person gets into a fear zone, which means anything that happens, the second category people I'm talking about is they, as Saurabh said or someone else said, they are forced to come out of the comfort zone because of things that are not in our control. Why? Because we lack confidence. It is affected by other opinions. I suppose I'm here on a talk. Okay. I'm here on a talk. How many of you feel, do you think what all thoughts that would have come into my mind? How will the talk be? Will I present confidently? Will the listeners enjoy? Will the audience enjoy? Will it create impact? Haven't I not had all these thoughts? What are the thoughts that you would have had? Who is the speaker? What is she going to talk about? Is she going to engage us well? Are we going to get any values? Yes. Yes. Okay. And imagine I'm in category 2 and I don't want to speak because I lack confidence. I'm not confident about speaking. Yes. I worry that what if others judge me? What if I don't do well? What if others judge me? So I don't want to go out of my comfort zone and do anything. This is category 2, right? Category 1, always in the vicinity of comfort zone. They never wanted to come out of comfort zone. Category 2, I can come out of comfort zone, but I'm afraid of. I have a lot of fear of failure, fear of people, fear of situations, fear of the unknown. I have a lot of fears. I'm not confident. I cannot. There is a category 3 people. There is a category 3 people, yes, who are in comfort zone. They don't have the fear, or I can refine it to say, even if we have sort of fears, we come over it, right? We overcome those fears. We face those challenges. We overcome those fears because, very simple thing, No one is going to tell you, because I want to achieve what I wanted to. If I have a goal of doing this, if I want to achieve that mountain, I have to walk several thousand miles in the ground before I reach the mountain. And I have to start walking. I have a goal. I have a dream. I'm having that burning desire to achieve it. So I am overcoming my fears. I am overcoming my failures. I am ready to face this challenge. And I would get into this learning zone because I hope, I believe that I can deal with the challenges, I can deal with uncertainties and problems, and I extend our comfort zone as well. And now the fourth category, when we consistently get committed to this learning zone, we automatically get into something called as growth zone. Yes, continuous learning process will automatically get you to the growth, right? Now you all tell me how to set back failure. We'll discuss this in the question answer session, Mr. Pavan. Yes, now you all tell me which category we all belong to. Which category we all belong to? Category 1, 2, 3. Which category we belong to? Which category we should be? Even if you're not in those category, which category you think we should be? Category 1, 2, or 3? Which category? Just being in comfort zone? Comfort zone, but I'm afraid of? Comfort zone? I'm coming out of it? 3. Fourth category? Only if you come to the third category, of course, automatically it will lead to fourth category. Yes, Saurabh. Third stage, fourth, fear of learning. Fear of learning comes when you start learning continuously. Let's have it consistent. We have a lot of things to discuss, and all of your points will be covered there. Now, I will talk about the fifth zone here, which is not mentioned. That fifth zone is a danger zone. The people who are in category 1, who never listens to anyone, this is a very big danger that they themselves are putting them into the danger zone. So let's all try to be in learning zone and growth zone. Sorry. Now, you would ask me a question. That's what even others asked. I know what are my goals. Step number 1, I know what are my goals. I know where I should become, what I should achieve. Step number 2, yes, of course, I know that I have to come out of comfort zone. But how? How many of you have this question? How do I come out of comfort zone? Yeah. So Mithula, you're in second zone. You have the fear. Now you need to break that chain. You need to break the bars. Raise your standard. Come out of it. How? How? Mithula is in second zone. Now she needs to get into third zone. How do we make her come into third zone? Very simple. Mithula, you have a goal? You have a goal? You want to achieve something? Yes. Imagine if you do not get into this comfort zone to a learning zone, do you think you would be able to achieve your goals? Do you think you would be able to achieve your goals? Push yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. Your own goals, your own desire, your own dreams will push you to achieve there. All that you need to do is get into action. How? Goal mastery, action plan, we will talk about it. Yes, inspiration is only for amateurs. That's what I read somewhere through my mentor. Inspiration is only for amateur. The professionals keep working all day long. Why do I have the eagle picture here saying that an eagle earns its honor from the storms it endures? An eagle earns its honor from the storms that it endures. Why do I say this? Why do I say this? What is the lesson that we learn from eagle? Quickly. What is the lesson that we learn from eagle? What's the lesson that we are learning from eagle?
More higher it goes,
Yes.
the faster it flies.
True. Yes. The more higher it goes, the farther it flies. Right. What else? What else? A lot of learnings from eagle. What else? In setting goals, in vision, what is that lesson that we learn? Achieve high. How?
Yeah.
Endurance. How?
Like aim high and you will achieve success with its own. Like don't think about the result. Just keep constantly
Yes.
keeping your efforts will lead to your own way.
Yes.
No matter where you are.
True. We've got, when Kasturi was speaking, we've got beautiful answers in the chat box as well. Achieve high, endurance, fly high when it rains. Mithula, fly high when it rains is right, but it's not think out of the box. We'll try to correlate. The first line is very true. Great going. Thanks for your participation, all of you. It flies alone, able to tackle difficulties and danger tasks, not going back, go beyond challenges, make self-trigger. Okay. Now, everything is right. What eagle does, when it sets a target to catch a fish or when it sets a target of any prey, the father, whatever high distance that it's flying, it just dives into the water and it exactly catches its prey and fly off. Its vision is so sharp, its vision is so clear that it never misses its target. That is the goal setting that we learn from eagle, right? And as you all very well pointed out, what other birds does when it rains, when it storms? They go and they hide themselves behind a tree. They go, they hide themselves behind the bush. But eagle soar higher and higher above the storm and fly much farther and farther. What is it trying to say to us? This storms, how it is for eagle, is like the challenges in our life. We have a goal, we have obstacles, we have challenges, we have roadblocks. Life is always a roller coaster, but we need to just tackle everything and soar high. Raise your bar, set the standard. And when we do that, then comes the strength, then comes the endurance. Yes, not going back, go beyond challenges, right? This is what eagle teaches us. And let me tell you one thing last that eagle story is. Eagle actually lives only for 30 years. It actually lives only for 30 years. You know, it undergoes a process of pain. It undergoes a process of pain to live till 70 years of age. What it does, by age of 30, the beak folds off and all the feathers just get, shrunken. It cannot fly. It cannot catch the prey. So it obviously dies, right? Without food. It goes to the high end of the mountain. It hits its beak harder and harder and it breaks off. It's a very painful process. The beak appears again. And through the new beak, it just picks up all the feathers that is in its body. It's covered, the soft feathers. And then the new feather arises. And this is a period of rejuvenation for the eagle. And why it happened? Because it endured the pain. Yes, correct? Pain is inevitable. Suffering is choice. Pain is a process. Today's pain is going to give you tomorrow pleasure. Yes, no pain, no gain. So we need to accept this fact, adapt to the situations, and do not give up on your goals. Say, for example, if you want to clear the CSR exam. Okay, CSR at UGC Life Sciences. I attempted once, I failed. Will you give up? No. Until your age bar is there, keep trying. If you really wanted to get into a JRF, because now UGC had revised the JRF and SRF, right? You have a lot of things in CSR, UGC, JRF. A lot of competitive exams are coming. Try again. Succeed. Get into government projects. Become a JRF. Become an SRF. Get into permanent positions. Become a scientist. It's okay, you did not clear the exam once, twice, thrice, but never give up. So these are the beautiful things which for our goal, to achieve, we can do it. And if we do that, trust me, if we come out of the comfort zone and if we are able to soar high, never give up, no matter what, as you see here, the world is full of infinite opportunities, my dear friends. If you just dare to come out of the comfort zone, then you have infinite opportunities. And these infinite opportunities are going to create endless possibilities for us. How many of you agree? Say I. How many of you agree this? Say I. Do you all agree? Yes? Live with an aim and let that aim, I missed that. Yes. Live with the aim and let that aim be higher. Yes, Dr. Mamta. I. Yes? You all agree? Okay. Now this is a goal planner again for daily goals. So set your goals. Like for example, morning routine. That's also a goal, right? The moment you get up early in the morning, you have a lot of things to be done. Morning reading, early morning studies, do something fruitful for your health, for your wealth, for your career, for your education. Yes. So set a goal. Have this planner. And say, for example, you have 10 goals for today. Prioritize which is more important and list those priorities and first focus on those priorities. And when we keep this as a practice, your sleep time and the morning wake up time makes a person's day very successful. Trust me. So try doing this and you will find a lot of changes. Now, part one, to summarize, part one, we spoke about the goal setting, the SMART goals. And part two, we spoke about the different zones, how we have a transition from each zone, get into the learning zone, get into the growth zone, and how do we actually come out of the comfort zone, and how we actually are retaining our goals, retaining our aims, and ensure that we soar high no matter what the obstacles and challenges are. Now, part three. Okay, you would now ask me a question. I know what is. You would now ask me a question. I know what are my goals. I know what are SMART goals. Okay, I know how to achieve it. You've told me. Even I know. Okay, everyone says, yeah, I know. I know how to come out of comfort zone, but trust me, how many of you, now you all answer me, how many of you have this problem? I know what I'm supposed to do. I know everything, but the biggest issue is I'm not able to stay focused. I have a lot of distractions in this fast-pacing world, from internet to Instagram to Facebook to friends to a lot of distractions. I have so many goals in life. I'm not able to have a clarity on exactly what I need, right? I know everything, but the part three, what we're talking about here is I'm not able to stay focused. Even I, many a times, I practiced. And now I can say, yes, I could stay focused on one work for quite so and so period of time. Yes, we know everything. Practice makes a man perfect. But for you to practice, for us to practice, we need to actually start doing it, right? Right? Okay. What is that you're able to see in the screen? You have a magnifying lens. We have the sun rays as the focal length. We all know in physics, I'm very bad in physics, but we know this much at focal length. It's very important that if you actually hold it in a proper focus, all the sun rays falls over it and immediately the paper gets burned because focus, right? And if that is there, you could actually reach the sky, move mountains, and leave a legacy. But are we able to do it? I know it. We all know it. Are we able to do it? No. What do you all think? What are the reasons? What do you all think are the reasons that we're not able to focus? We heard of many things. People say focus is the key to success. Feed your focus, starve your distractions, right? Focus on goals and not on distractions. But how? How am I going to do this? How? Okay, before we talk about how, let's talk about why. Why do you think are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons that we are not able to stay focused? Why? Why are we not able to stay focused? This thing? Why are we not able to stay focused? Come on, quick. Any reasons? Give me any reasons that why you're not able to stay focused. Distractions and procrastination, main cause of problem, correct? Anything else? Why are we not able to stay focused? Lack of interest, yes. This is
not
absolutely
prioritizing
true.
things.
Sorry?
Maybe we are not focusing on our priorities.
They're not focusing on priority. Yeah. You don't
getting
think that's a priority. Okay. Then
Yeah, not getting out of comfort zone and
True.
not focusing that it is important or that you need to put efforts. Yeah, everything will be fine with time. We just neglect things, ignore things.
reluctant about yes, Kasturi. We neglect things, we ignore things, we are reluctant about. And yes, as Murugavel said, G said, external forces are also reason. Decision paralysis is a very good reason. We do not know exactly. We have so many things. We don't know what to do when. We're not able to decide. We don't have that ability to decide. We get into the decision paralysis. Ultimately, we end doing nothing. As not emotionally in sync with our goals, lack of resource, postponing, negative ambience, environment, yes. We know all of these are reasons. But are we able to come out of it? Are we able to come out of it? Answer is no. Yes. Are we able to come out of it? Answer is no. Now, the simple thing is, all of these, I just wanted to focus on one topic because all of these put together, the key problem is, irrespective of any reasons, because of all these reasons, what we do is we procrastinate. We're not doing that particular task on that particular set day. We're not getting onto that goal. I'm talking about the short-term goal. Today, I want to do this. I want to read at least 5 pages before I sleep. At 9 o'clock, I feel it's okay. I read it at 10, I read it at 10:30. Or you have an exam you want to prepare, you feel like, okay, I'll do overnight studies. How many of you had kept on procrastinating things? I also, many a times. How many of you kept on procrastinating things? Kept on procrastinating things? Yes? Yes? Okay. What is the solution that you had? What is the solution that you had to avoid procrastination? What is the solution that you had to avoid procrastination? Just do it. Exactly. Don't think so much. As Noorji said, decision paralysis. We have a lot of things now. How many of you have spent many times in just making to-do list?
Project work outside of Alley 2.
Sorry?
I am running a regression in Alaska.
I'm not able to
for
hear.
BQ.
Shantiji, sorry.
I
Your
think
voice is breaking.
It was by mistake, I think. Please continue, Dr. Indu.
Sorry about that. That was a mistake on my part. Forgive me.
Yeah. Sorry. It's okay. Yeah. Right? Take quick actions. Why? Because how many of us, I have wasted many a times just making to-do list. I've been making to-do list when it's already 2 hours. Right? Very common mistakes that we do. So what we are supposed to do, just do it. Yes, if you do not know what has to be done, start with one thing. Just start doing that one thing and then finish that. Forget about rest of it. Make sense? We have a lot of things to do. We don't know what to do. Start with just one thing. And rest, everything will fall in place. Do not waste your time in just making timetable. How many of us do that? Many a times. Just make to-do list. We plan the most importantly when we get our semester exams, right? We're not prepare for interviews or prepare for competitive exams. Yes? Yeah, get an accountability partner. That's what we are coming in. Goal mastery, accountability. It's very important. One who is very tough, who pushes you to do things. And without that, the day is not going to end. That's an amazing advice. And we're going to talk about accountability also. Thank you. Stay focused on one thing. So this is a procrastination cycle, which I've shown you here, and everybody agree with this, right? This is what is happening. And we should actually do it. What is the solution? I'm now giving you a very simple solution. I have done it. I want you to try. What is the solution? Just start doing it. Start with one thing. Make sense? Will we do it? I have A, B, C, D, E, F, so many things to do. I'm just starting with one thing. Yes, if yes, give me Y, S in chat box. We'll just start doing with one thing, right? Okay. Now let's talk about something else. You would again ask me a question. What is that? I know I need to focus. I know I'm lazy or I'm reluctant or, a decision paralysis. I'm confused to what to be done. External forces are stopping me. I have a lot of negativities in mind. And okay, I'll start with one thing, but how? I start doing one thing at a time and I sit for half an hour and I feel so sleepy. How many of you agree? And that is the time we feel hungry. That is the time we think about all what's going on around. That is the time we feel, my friend called me yesterday, I have to call her back. That is the time we think about so many things. Things get interrupted, right? Interrupted, right? So we all know that Dronacharya, Mahabharat epic. We all know Dronacharya. Arjun was just aiming only on the bird's eye. This is how the focus should be. You know who this is in the middle picture? Do you know who this person is in the middle picture who's running? Who's this person who's in the middle picture? Yeah, accountability partner is very important. Very, very important. Milkha Singh, who is he? What is his goal? How did he achieve? How many of you have seen Milkha Singh movie? Because Milkha Singh's achievement became more popular only after the movie, right? So are you now able to understand why Milkha Singh is here? Be persistent. A lot of distraction. Do you think he's not distracted? He did. He had a small paper. His mentor, his coach wrote this target. And every day he used to first start, getting this one. His sweat, after running. He used to measure the sweat in a small mug, small cup. Then he used to take a bucket. Then he used to take a big bucket of water until and unless his sweat, his sweat fills like a water in the full bucket. He never stops running. That's the movie shows, right? That goal. And when he got distracted, now very simple. Do you think he's not got distracted? He went to Australia, he got distracted. What did he say to himself? He stood in front of the mirror. He saw the mirror. He spoke to himself. He lost a game because of distraction. He bet him. He scolded him. He was very brutal, harsh to himself. And then he realized that I have this goal. And no matter what, I'm going to do it. Why? Because it's my goal. It's my dream. I want to do this. I want to achieve this. It's in my blood. I have a burning desire, right? Yes. So why don't we all become Milka Singh? Why do we even need someone to push us? Let's have an accountability partner. Work with them stringently to achieve our goals. And what does the third picture says us? What's the message the third picture says? What's the message it gives? What's the message it gives? We keep complaining about so many things. I'm not able to stay focused. I don't have this. I don't have that. Yes, you can't give reasons. There's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse. When she can do at this pace, achieve a lot of things, why can't we? Right? Are you able to take home something? Are you all able to take home something? Now let me share the other screen for you. Are you all able to take home something? If yes, tell me yes. And now we'll do a small 2-minute exercise. I want all of you to switch on your video. We have a quick 15 minutes of part 2. We are able to take home something. Are you able to realize what your potentials are? Can we do a very simple exercise? Just 2 minutes exercise. Can I request all of you to switch on your camera for this 2 minutes exercise? Thank you so much. Ashish, Mithula, VN Ravji, Govinda, iPad. I think iPad is Redana sir, no? Okay. Can everybody switch on your cameras? No, Redana sir is also here. Okay. We'll do a very small thing. This is a serious exercise. That's the reason we want all of you to switch on your cameras. Please come on cameras. It's going to immensely benefit all of us. Please come on cameras. Great. Shall we start? But even if you're not on cameras, if you're not in a position to switch on your cameras, my sincere request is to follow what I say. Yes, even if you're not on cameras, my very sincere request is to follow what I say. I want all of you to close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Think of a goal. Think of a goal. Just one goal. Think of just one goal. I'll give you 10 more seconds. Now, please follow my instruction, closing your eyes. Think just one goal. Just visualize the goal in front of you. Just visualize the goal in front of you. Okay? Now, imagine that you are progressing towards that goal. This is my goal. Where am I in next 1 week? Where am I in next 1 month? Start traveling towards that goal right now in your thoughts, in your mind in next 1 month. Where am I in next 6 months? And start visualizing. I'll give you 30 seconds of silence. Start visualizing where you are right now, traveling towards the goal in next 1 year. Slow and steadily get to the next 1 year and see yourself where you stand in achieving your goals. And I will talk to you after 30 seconds. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right? Now you are at 1 year of achieving your goals. You are exactly at 1 year of achieving your goals. Now slowly come backwards. I said so far, come forward to the place where you are in next 1 year. Now let's slowly get into backwards. Think of all those that you have done to achieve this goal in this 1 year. How were you able to achieve your goal? How were you able to reach this position that you are here? How did you travel to this road of success? What are the obstacles that you faced? What different problems that you faced? How did you overcome those? Who are those who stood beside you despite odd situations, helped you overcome those obstacles? See where you were before 1 year, and right now see where you are in this next 1 year. What are you doing now? Who is supporting you? Who is right now, after achieving 1 year, stands beside you, with you, to feel so much proud of what you are today? Now I want you to get into your emotions. After achieving this goal for a year, what makes you feel that where you are now? What are your emotions? What are your emotions? What are your feelings? What do you realize right now? Are you able to feel the joy? Are you able to feel a sense of, say, commitment, contentment? Are you able to say, feel a sort of satisfaction? And are you able to see and feel proud about how resilient you were, how determined you were, and what potential you had to achieve, breaking all the obstacles and be where you are? Yes. And now having done this, I want all of you to slowly open your eyes, very slowly. Please open your eyes. Now kindly tell me what you feel right now. Now tell me what you feel right now.
Feel something achieved.
Feel something achieved, okay? Anything else? You can leave a message in chat box if you don't want to type.
Relaxed.
Relaxed, okay?
I feel these two things.
Okay. See things clearly, feeling calm. Thank you for sharing. Energized. Energized. Confident. It was like a meditation, clarity. Okay. For lack of time, I will stop here asking a question. Now tell me this. I feel I can achieve my goal without obstacles. Great. Be wise. Okay. Now tell me, can you practice this every now and then? Can we do this every now and then? Why? Let me continue the slides from here. Now we are in part 3 about focus. Goal setting is done. Coming out of the zone is already done. We have seen how are we going to do it. And we know how to stay focused. What are goal mastery? As rightly said by everyone, accountability. Be accountable. Every time we keep giving excuses. Did you feel your mind and your body resonated with the goal? Yes, just type Y in chat box. Were you able to feel that energy? Were you able to feel the mind-body synchronization? It just resonated with exactly what your goal is. Because in that few moments, you are fully focused. Say yes or no. Are you not fully focused only on that? You had no deviations, no distractions, no other thoughts. Just being focused on what you are, what you want to become, right? And that is where you're able to see the reality. The reality is not so far from you. It's just within us. It's just within us. It's just that we need to realize it and make it come out of it and achieve. So this mind-body synchronization is very important. Uske liye, absolutely no excuse. How do we master, be accountable? First, there are two things in different branches of accountability. One is, I be accountable for my own self. There's something called as emotional intelligence, where blaming, excuses, denial. This is one part. Being accountable, yes, and taking the ownership within our own self is another part. So we come from blaming, excuses, denial mode to an accountability mode. It's okay if the situations outside are wrong or bad. It's okay if people pull me down. It's okay if people don't believe in you. It's okay if they say it's not your cup of tea, you cannot do it, don't try, don't do it. You've failed already in your competitive exam. You've applied so many interviews, you've not still got into job. It's okay. Everybody are not perfect. We are all human beings. It is okay if everything else happens, but it's not okay if you give up. It's not okay if you lack confidence in yourself. It's not okay if you do not believe in yourself. So be accountable for whatever is and try achieving it. How do you become accountable? Self-talk to your own self. Validate your own self. Now, this is what exactly we did. After 1 year, where am I? Is it in relevance to my goal? What is happening? Am I in this path? So validate your own self. And when we validate, what is the next step? Suppose I have my goals, you think about it. I come to know in this 1 year, on this 6 months, or this month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good things, positive things that happen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negative things, or some mistakes. Yes, it's okay to do a mistake. Mistakes are there to learn. Nobody are perfect. But we have to ensure that we don't repeat these mistakes in the second time. So that is why self-talk, introspect, validate your own self, improve the performance. When we do that, the decision paralysis, which Noorji mentioned in the specific topic, would go off. We have a clarity, we have a vision, we know exactly what is to be done, we prioritize. Now, we become a good decision maker. When you are able to decide what it is, when you have a clarity, when you have a peaceful mind, we will be able to solve all the obstacles, problems, and we become a good critical thinker. This is goal mastery. And are we supposed to do this only in education? Are we supposed to do this only in career? Are we supposed to do this only in financial planning? No. We are supposed to do all of this, what we discussed today, in physical health, being well-being, being fit, in emotional well-being, financial well-being, in education, in our career, in our family, in our personal well-being, social well-being, spiritual well-being, everything. We need to understand and balance all of this. That is an art, and that art comes from practice. We need to understand this. Now, again, you will ask the last part of today's session, you will ask all of us one very important question. How am I going to do this? There's always a question of how, right? Saying things, oh, Dr. Indu says so many things, but I'm not able to practice it. Just 4 hours. The takeaways, the last but one, the second last takeaways for you for today is 4 hours. Just 4 hours. What are those 4 hours? Routine. Yes, just do your routine. As I told you, your sleep time, your wake up time matters so much, right? Have a specific morning routine, have a specific sleep time, have few things done at the specific things. Break the task into smaller events. The Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes plus 5 minutes. Do as per your wish. The second hour, rejuvenation. Set a routine for you. Rejuvenate your own self. What is rejuvenation? Someone asked me, there's a Zen stories, right? I want to become so much and I keep working day and night. Can I achieve? No. We cannot do that, right? We need breaks. You cannot say that I work 18 hours a day. Can I achieve my goal? No. Because we fall sick. Our health is also equally important, right? So we need to take breaks. We need to rejuvenate. Yes, we need to have regular breaks, resting period. Charge your own self. Do what you love to do. Go do exercise. Listen to the song. Follow a music pattern and get into these emotions. If you're so low, those music will rejuvenate you. So prioritize your self-care. The third 3 is rewire. Now, why do I say rewire here? All our brains are with 2 minds. One is negative thinking, one is positive thinking. These 2 things always interferes with us, right? Now, rewiring is very important. I have a goal, I'm totally positive. Today, somebody comes and tells me who's very close to me, or my own family member comes and tells me, Indu, you cannot do it, you've not done anything, you're going to just screw up in the meeting. You're going to do nothing. Will I take it? No. Or for you, suppose you're preparing for the exam, they say you will not do anything. No. So, throw away. Keep your mind empty. Have a cup full of tea or a bottle full of water, I keep pouring things, it's not going to work. Empty your mind with all negative thoughts. Throw all the negativities and just rewire yourself with only positive thinkings. Yes, no negative thinking at all. And the last fourth R is resolve. If you have the first three, routine, rejuvenate, rewire, and automatically things would resolve and we would happily rest our own self and everything will set aside. Now, how do you resolve things? We cannot do everything alone. We don't have anyone. Here is where we need an accountability partner. Approach a family member or a friend or a coach or a mentor. Have an accountability partner. We being accountable for our own self is the first thing, but we don't have solutions in every time, right? We definitely need a support. Seek guidance, seek support. See, FABA is so much supportive. All members of FABA are very supportive. Talk to them. Ask guidance, ask for advice. That is what we do. And then automatically we set back all the failures and we come back with a great Josh. And this is a great benefit that we will have. And follow this visualization technique every now and then. I request all of you to please follow this visualization technique now and then. I'm sharing this particular, the 12 points, the goal mastery technique, 12 points. As in Atomic Habits, James Clear says, slow and steadily, we can do things. Let's try and follow just one thing at a time. Love your work. Start with this. Love your work. Do whatever you do with full of love and affection. And do your best. Give your best. Do not worry about the result. Do not worry about the outcome. Just focus on the path. Focus on the action. And like this, start one by one. And I'll give this particular slide. So this was going to help you in a long run. And the last part, which I wanted to tell you all is, everything is perfectly fine. I am totally into it. But what is more important, being persistent in what you do and being patient. I'm not at all patient. I do everything. I work so much. I need result. I work 1 month on 18 hours, 19 hours a day. I don't sleep. I need result next month. Is it possible? No, it's definitely not possible, right? Yes. So to conclude, patience is more important. With all of these, the ultimate last thing that you wanted to master in your journey is holding on to patience. Yes, hold on to patience and keep people as role models. Kiran Mazumdar, you know about her story, right? Yes. David Sinclair, he's a longevity person. He's worked so much on longevity and aging. Shinya Yamanaka, he discovered IPS, induced pluripotent stem cells. A lot of people who are into it. Now, read about these success stories. Now, I show you this is very complex. You don't understand anything out of it. But see, what I've done is the key takeaways from Elon Musk. These are the ways that we need to understand biographies of people. Don't read about what he does, where he does, what, nothing. Takeaways. We all know who's Elon Musk, okay? Am I going to buy a Tesla? I'm going to build a Tesla company? No. What is the takeaway for me in my goal setting, in my career from Elon Musk is set audacious and goals and be visionary. You can see all those red points. These are all the takeaways from Elon Musk. Relentless determination, overcome numerous challenges. Yes, take good feedback. Customer feedback is important. Take good feedbacks, improve the products, focus on long-term strategies, right? Okay, let's talk about this super guy, Steve Jobs. This is his entire life cycle. But are you able to read it? No. Are you able to even understand something? No. Yes, this is so complex. Try breaking every complex things into very simple thing. Easy going into the life. This is the takeaways from Steve Jobs' life cycle. Steve Jobs' biography tells us that he's redefined the tech industry. He focused on the design. Yes, he created something which is user-friendly. He had an unwavering passion, yes, and vision to overcome obstacles. He prioritized innovation and, yes, disruptive technologies. He built a motivated team with him. He did not achieve anything alone. Remarkable revival. Yes. And last, his legacy inspires others. That's what we are talking him as an example to chase the dreams and revolutionize the world. J.K. Rowling. How many of you know who is J.K. Rowling? How many of you know who is J.K. Rowling? You can see the picture beside. What are the takeaways? She left a legacy. She failed 13 times, but she won Again, all 12 publications rejected her, but she won success in her 13th effort. She did not give up. If you agree, type yes in the chat box and we are done for today. Yes, dedication to her characters. She made every character in such a way that we are able to visualize it. We are able to engross into the character, right? Get into the character. Yes. Yes, she is standing as a role model for all women, for me as well, that her legacy is inspiring us and the generations to come. And finally, the great Warren Buffett. He's focused, patient, he's so disciplined in his approach. He had unwavering confidence. Yes, he embraced lifelong learning. Very, very, very important key point for this goal setting. We have to keep learning continuously. He practiced frugality. He remained consistent and transparent. And I would conclude by saying, learning is the only thing that mind never exhausts, never fears, never regrets. So do not stop learning. Every day, every moment, we keep learning something. And this continuous learning gives us a great growth in life. And I'll share this slides as well. Now, this is the life cycle which I'm giving. Try to balance everything. This is important. Not that I want to achieve goals, so I don't bother about my family. Not that I want to achieve goals, I don't want to do this, right? Everything is important. Work-life balance, let's practice this. Let's finally do this, reach sky, move mountains, and leave a legacy. And all you need to do is, ultimately, forget about everything. If you're still confused, all you need to do is just begin. If you're waiting for the right time, it's now. Just begin. It's never too late for a new beginning in your life. With that, thank you so much to all of you for your patient listening. Yes. Thank you so much to all of you. Thanks a lot. I think I was...
Yeah. So, Jagdish sir, do you want to take?
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Indu. I mean, I think we can take a couple of questions, so we can wind up in 25 minutes more. Firstly, I can ask questions. So, Indu, I mean,
yes, please.
I'm a big fan of goal setting. I read a lot of books, Brian Tracy and everything. But you know, there's one quote from Mike Tyson. You know, everybody has a plan until they get punched on the face.
True.
So when you have setbacks in life, I mean, I built a couple of companies, but couple of things came in life, then everything failed. So how to deal with that?
Okay. Yeah, this is a very nice question. I think all of you must have had such setbacks like how Dr. Jagdish said. He had confidence. He came out with a lot of things, but he had a setback. You know, especially the punch word is very important. The punch word, you can actually feel what sort of the insult or the setback that he could get, right? Yes. So how do you come out of it? Let me share a personal story of mine as well. I had a lot of setbacks. I was a researcher, a teacher. I also had failed miserably in many things. Now, Dr. Jagdish had a setback. He also failed miserably in many things. How many of you all agree that you also had a lot of setbacks? You had a lot of insults. To be very honest, brutally honest, we face a lot of insults, right? Insults from our own peers, insults from family, insults from society. You know, when you achieve something, people praise you a lot of times. And when you fail, there are a handful of people who actually support you. And Dr. Jagdish, what I do, what I've learned from my personal life and what I would suggest is, you are the best person to know about your own self. Do not bother about the world. Do not bother about people. Do not bother about situations. No one else can understand you better than your own self. You know that, yes, I have come out with failures. People are questioning me. It's a big thing. You know, it's an insult. How do I come out of this? How do I face situations? How do I face people? How do I face my family? You know, some of you might have lost job in COVID. You might have been struggling. In some situations, you might have got the support of family. To be honest, in many situations, you might not have. It's with respect to studies or with respect to job or with respect to business. Ups and downs are part and parcel of life. We cannot be hurt by someone until and unless we allow them. So do not allow anyone to hurt you. Dr. Jagdish, this is what I do. So far, how the person I have known you, you are amazing person, and you have done so much for FABA, and you're doing a lot of things, you're planning a lot of things. Just ignore others. Do not get into the prey of judgmentalism. Please do not get into the prey of judgmentalism, because don't allow anybody to judge. If they judge, let them judge. What I personally do and what I suggest you is, you know what you are to the best of your knowledge. So believe in yourself, value yourself. I have 5 rules which I follow for myself for this question, A, B, C, D, E rule. And I would love to share this with your permission.
Sure.
Appreciate your own self. If such thing comes, imagine you are in a complete frustration. You feel you're almost in, sort of depressed. Things are not working. A lot of negativities come back to back. And many times we say, why me? Right? Why me? Why all setbacks comes to me? At that point of time, what I do is sit calm, know yourself that you can do it. Believe in yourself, believe in people who support you, and believe in the universe. And with this, what actually we can do is appreciate your own self, never give up. A, appreciate your own self, believe in your own self, clap for your own self, do it for your own self. And the last 5th E, can somebody say what is this E stands for? Appreciate for your own self, believe in yourself, clap for your own self, do it for yourself, and
enjoy.
Enjoy, of course, enjoy your own self. But the other important thing, what is the 5th one? The other important thing?
Earn, eagerness,
Earn
encourage.
your own self, encourage. Okay, embrace your own self. Embrace your own self, right? Yes. Yeah, enjoy your own self, embrace your own self, encourage your own self, any E that you can have. When you don't forget this 5 ABCDE rule, you can automatically come back from the setback and do an amazing thing. Anything can be done anytime. Hope it helped.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Can
you.
you stop sharing the
Oh, I'm
screen?
sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
any other doubts? I have not checked.
I mean,
Please feel free to ask doubts.
yeah. Please turn on the cameras if there is a possibility. Everybody.
Any doubts, Kasturi?
No, yeah, it was a wonderful session. Sorry, I just crashed up in between.
So those switched on. Thank you, Kasturi. Switched on the camera. Any doubts? Yeah, empower your own self is also there. Any doubts? No doubts. In college, we've been taught that if there are no doubts, no questions, either you're completely focused on the session and you're like, completely onto it, or you're sab sar ke upar gaya, off the track. So should I take it you are on the track or off the track? 1 or 2? Type it in the chat box. On the track or off? 1? On the track. So I can take it for granted it's on the track. Thank you, Mr. Krishna Kumar. Yes. Rather than loving the work, can we make our work as an adventure? You can make the work as an adventure. Life is an adventure. You can, but you have to love adventure as well, right? This is a good point. Embrace the challenge. How do you make the work as an adventure? Embrace the challenge. Embrace the change. Any change that comes to you, accept it, adapt it. This is how you get into adventure automatically. Embrace the change, embrace the challenge, work towards it. Can you please say how to know and get a source of research articles? Okay, see, research articles, you can get it from PubMed. There's something called Sci-Hub. So you just have to put the PubMed link onto the Sci-Hub. So you get it from there. And you get from PubMed articles. In PubMed, you have everything. The third thing what you can do is, suppose through PubMed and through Sci-Hub, you're not getting the research articles. Always you find the abstracts in the PubMed. www.pubmed.com, you have the abstract in the PubMed. You know who are the corresponding author. You can always write a mail to the corresponding author. 99% of the time you get the full article. unless and until if it is a paid version, or if you're not able to get the full article, all the publishers, all the corresponding authors would respond to your mails. Draft a mail in such a way that you be polite. You don't say, hey, I read your article, it's so good. Can I receive your? No. I think Dr. Jagdish spoke about it in one FABA meeting, right? I think related to LinkedIn. So this is not the way. It's a friendly conversation. So we have a professional way to approach. So write a mail to them and they would give you the article. So these are the three things. Do you believe that I missed a message? Just a second, I missed the chat.
Please share PPT in group email, one thing, or contact Baymax, he will find it for you. I don't know what it is. Thank you. Okay.
I missed the chat. Do I have any question?
No, I don't see any. Yeah.
Any other question? I'm just trying to see in the chat box.
I want to add a couple of points to
Dr. Jagdish,
presentation. Yeah.
Please.
So, I mean, everybody, I think we are all reinventing our own wheel, right? So we are all kind of discovering what our strengths are, what our career opportunities are. Some things that help me all the way is that reading books. So many books, there are very, very good books. Like some of them that I love are, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Man's Search for Meaning, or some movies like, Pursuit of Happiness. So these things, when you read and when you really exposed to such situations, they help you a lot. So how people come over. This is the first thing. And the second one is, talk to a lot of people, understand their personal story. I mean, we have a lot of mentors at FABA. So when you, for example, like we have Professor Redana here, he has seen everything, but look at where he has come from. I mean, we read many places that have, from very remote place, how he came, where he was farmer, where he was, has to take care of animals. And then how he has built up his career, came to SU University, HCU. So when you talk to people, understand their stories, listen to podcasts. So it's actually, we are again, following their footsteps, and we will be actually reinventing, and we will be again going to their career paths. Once you start understanding how they have built their career, I think it will be wonderful, because even though we think it's struggle, they themselves also might have thought that is struggle, but actually they overcame that. So I think reading books, listening to podcasts, or understanding personal stories of the achievers, it will help you a lot, because that's what we are. I mean, even though we think we are different, but we are not that much. We are just following their footsteps. Yeah. That's it.
Great. I am sorry, I'm just reading the chat boxes. Thank you, all of you.
Sure.
And I would love to say just one thing. When you start visualizing the goals, just live in that goal. Be in the present tense and live in that goal. You think that you are currently in that moment. You are just now in that moment. You're living that goal. And I hope that you would not stop doing it after the session. You continue doing that. Yes. So please continue doing this. This is something I have said everything from my experience. Yes, we have people here. Yeah. Noorji, Saurabh, Varun.
Somebody has Vaha something, so please name it properly, and also don't put negative comments that you said, like Baybox and something. You'll be just removed and blocked. That's it. Yeah. Noor Garu, yeah. Saurabh, please go ahead.
Yep. Dr. Indu, I love the presentation today. Very extremely well done. One takeaway message which I am taking away is that action is critical. I have read many books. I have biographies, very inspirational books like Stay Focused, Deep Work, all that stuff. But unless I don't experience that stuff, right, unless I don't realize the true meaning of each of these things. It's good to read stuff. It's good to get motivated to get started, but it's important to take that first step. So that one key takeaway message from your presentation is action is critical for your self-growth. Without action, we cannot do. So all of us here in this group now, we have listened to a wonderful presentation. Now, what are we going to do about it? What's your next step? So that is more critical. That's the most important aspect of this workshop. So what do you do next? That action matters. So thank you, Dr. Indumathi, for inspiring all of us. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, he rightly pointed out action is important. That's why I also request you all, do not stop this with this session. Please do think about it, work on the worksheets and just do it. Just begin. Do something about it, and that cycle keeps going on. So thank you for highlighting that, Mitch. Yes, Saurabh.
Yeah, hello, doctor. A nice presentation. Yeah, I have a question that like while doing some work, be it personal or office work, suddenly an obstacle comes. You spend a lot of time and energy to tackle and fight with the obstacles. After resolving it, then you are supposed to continue or resume the work from where we left. At times, sometimes you are exhausted, burnt out, and or you don't feel like continuing. At times, I do face. So, how to cope up that situation, tiring situation?
So let me put your question in a refined way, that you are into something very important and in between you get stuck, get into obstacles, and you feel tired, you feel exhausted, you lose the energy and you're not able to continue with it. But you still have some work to be left and you need to do. How to cope up with this situation, right? Yes. Okay. So how important that work is to you? Yes. So many times this happened with me as well. Way back when I was in my PhD in 2012, I was supposed to complete my PhD. I would never forget that year 2012, because that year I had 8 publications in that 1 year, along with my job in a private hospital. With my PhD, I still had 8 publications. This is exactly the situation where I can correlate, Sarah. What happened was I used to write papers, and I imagine I'm just sitting in front of the laptop and I keep writing papers, and I just, I don't even realize when I dozed off. I feel so exhausted. I feel so tired. And many a times this happens with many of us, right? And we want it to do, but we get tired, we get exhausted, we get stuck. We are not getting distracted, but something is stopping us to move forward. And we got stuck there. At that point, what kept me on is my dream, my goal. When I doze off, after a few minutes, when I get up, I talk to myself, oh no, I have to do this. I at any point of time, 2013, I have to complete my PhD, because that was the time where my fellowship is completed. I have to complete my PhD exactly in 3 years. So I started thinking, now if I'm going to waste this time, if I'm going to exhaust my own self, I procrastinate, I would not be able to achieve this. So what you can do, it's difficult. It's very difficult. But what you can do is your own work, your goal, your task, I feel would actually keep motivating yourself. As I told you, there's no need of any external force or inspiration, right? So when you get stuck, just give a pause, get up, do something, take 5-10 minutes break, listen to music, have a coffee, talk to someone, talk to your mentor, talk to your coach, ask for suggestions, talk to your accountability partner. Do something in 5-10 minutes that give you energy. Get fully charged. Anything that you feel that you get charged. I do this. I talk to my mentor when I'm feeling so low, and I, listen to music. I play with my daughter. I go out for a walk, and then believe that now I am fully energized. Talk to your own self. Say to your own self that I'm fully charged. I'm okay. I have all the energy to do this work. I'm happy. I'm confident. This is tough, but I think on a long run, this would keep yourself pushed to do and achieve things. I hope it helps.
Yes, goal, determination, and take breaks. Yeah, that's a key takeaway for it.
Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you so much.
Dr. Indu, it's a very well and nice presentation and very informative. But see, when you reach certain level now, you become lethargic and you never set goal again. And how you get yourself motivated and move forward again?
Okay. Yeah. This is something which, yes, happens to everyone. It's like, for example, I wanted to just quote an example so that everybody gets engaged into it. Even in college, I think most of you are MSc students or PhD, right? MSc, PhD level. So basically what happens at that level, also we achieve something. Basically, we want to clear MSc. So the moment we clear MSc with, distinction, we lose that push. We feel like, yeah, I've cleared my MSc. We become lethargic. And then when we want to, then people ask us, okay, you're completed MSc, what next? This question of what next, unless and until it comes from others, we don't get
we don't get
motivated.
right.
Yes. So what I would suggest is, or what I would do basically is, I don't know what stage you are in, but I feel the only the key takeaway is learning. When we are self-inspired to learn new things, and when we are self-inspired to actually get into some challenges, life is full of challenges, life is full of roadblocks. Every day we are learning something new. We have a set goal. Suppose we completed our BSc, we still have MSc. We've done with our MSc, either you go for a job, search a job, get into colleges, get into entrepreneurship, get into research labs, or you do your PhD, do so many things. Every step of it, it's like, 7 stages of life that Shakespeare says, right? Like that, we have different phases of goals. We have different phases of achievement. So never our goal is at top notch. There's something or the other, keep doing. So what I suggest and what I do is personally to you, Krishna ji, that I feel that, okay, I've done with one goal. We can always take a break. We feel lethargic. You have to appreciate your own self that, yeah, now I've done this. Say, for example, I've completed my MSc. I'm happy I've cleared with good percentage. So now I can enjoy. Let us actually take a break, appreciate ourselves, feel proud about it, do something. After the break, let's charge our own self and say, no, it's not enough. I have so many things to do. Life is continuous. I have to learn something. And when you know that every day you need to learn something, if you don't learn something in the fast-pacing world, in the competitive world, especially in the world of ChatGPT, AI, and generative AI, at this point of time, if the students or the professionals do not be fully charged, they don't have the self-motivation to achieve something, I think we would go back, we set back our own self, we pull our own self, and we stay way behind others. So for us to actually set an example and stay forward, the only thing is, the key takeaway that we need to follow is, you should understand that life is a continuous learning process, and keep learning and keep moving on. So for you, if you feel lethargic, whatever is your achievement, try and focus on your new learnings. Try and focus on, learn something new. Learn, create some adventures. Try designing something. Try working with ChatGPT. Ask any funny questions to ChatGPT. It can answer anything.
Yeah.
Or it's the way that you just get back to this moment. So that would help us.
So we can also mentor our students at FABA.
Yeah, that's correct. You can mentor the students, so you get more energized. They would give you a lot of questions and they keep you so busy.
Actually, I'm basically an entrepreneur. I'm into biopharma.
Great.
So we reach certain level, and then now what next? I mean, why you should do in this? I mean, why should you go further? That sort of thinking is coming in my mind.
Sir, I'll tell you, this is the field. Now, this is the place where it's going to boom. Next 5 years, 10 years, the biopharma field is going to boom so much that now is the time where you need to work a lot.
That's true,
the technology is advancing.
Yeah.
So FABA provides that kind of platform, so to guide the students, to motivate them, and then address some of their problems. Today, specifically the students in life sciences, career is the most important thing. And what kind of career I have to choose and where to go. And I think that providing that kind of guidance with people like you is very important.
We face the problem of getting a right student. I mean, a right person for the right job in this field.
So that's where I think FABA will play a role.
Okay, that's nice.
So Krishna Kumar, what kind of company, pharmaceutical company?
Yeah, I'm the managing director of Collagenesis Healthcare. We extract collagen from animal tissues and convert them into different medical forms.
Oh, fantastic!
We have about 16 to 18 products in the market, and
where is it located? Where is it located?
It's in Salem, Tamil Nadu.
Very good, enterprising kind of thing. And I'm
Yeah.
sure, I think you will be model for many others to be an entrepreneur. There are
Yeah, definitely.
enormous opportunities, and
Yeah, a lot
specifically
of
with the
see,
incentives.
I see a lot of potential in this industry, but the thing is, I get a lot of, I mean, negative support from the either from, I mean, in the situation. See, when you want to do some trials and you don't get certain space to do that, this kind of obstacles are coming in this way. I mean,
So Hindu has given you a mantra
okay.
to overcome such kind of obstacles.
Then I'll tell you one more thing.
It's
You
a
have
really
a
nice
purpose.
session. Yeah.
Krishna
Yeah.
ji, you have a purpose. You are here to serve so many students. You know, that purpose of life, that you're creating impact to lives, you're creating impact to people. So that single drive would actually keep you going. And yes, we are always there. We'll stay connected and we will see. This is very important, sir, that I think even Dr. Jagdish and Professor Redana can talk about. How do we find the right student or a right working professional for the right sort of job?
Yeah.
The CV doesn't say everything. With
Yeah.
CV, it's very difficult to choose the right candidate. This
That's
bridge.
true. And again, the student should have acumen or interest in that particular field of work, because you can't expect everybody to have knowledge on every subject. But when you put them in a right job, they should be able to explore it and then do support, because every day the things are changing.
True.
Yeah. As a continuous learner, one has to be continuous learner.
Yeah.
And as a leader, you need to inspire your employees also.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
take them along with you. And I am sure they will all work for the company goal. Your goal has to be the goal of every employee in the organization.
Yeah, definitely. But the problem is, see, we are in a second or third tier city, and we are not in first tier city where you get.
I am from Tamil Nadu, so I can understand the nuances and problems that Salem has. I've been to Salem, so getting the right people over there, and I think basically materializing things and logistics and working with such people is a task. The team building is becoming a tough task for you.
So that's where you can tap the talent locally.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be a large number of students in and around looking for opportunities, and I'm sure you will make some of them into entrepreneurs like you also.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because a lot of gap is there in the commercial space.
Yeah.
True.
So the unemployment rate in the student community is much more in either Tamil Nadu, Andhra, or Telangana, or anywhere, specifically life sciences. And the talent is available. If somebody can show the path, they are ready to work.
Yeah, that's true.
Great to listen to you, sir. Great to listen to you.
I think FABA has a it's a great platform here. It's providing up-to-date workshops. People from different expert domains are coming and giving workshops here, along with the very eminent personalities attending the meetings today. It gives a tremendous opportunity for entrepreneurs like Krishna Kumar to take advantage of this platform. And Mr. Krishna Kumar, if you have any requirements or anything like that, please feel free to coordinate with Dr. Jagdish and Professor Redana. So
yeah,
you
sure.
can,
Actually, we are into research also. We have our own R&D lab recognized by DSIR, and we do a lot of research on it. Okay, so we need people actually. We don't get right people here, and then we struggle with something. Government is giving a lot of opportunities to explore the field, and they give a lot of funding also. But unfortunately, you don't have right people to tap that or work on it in our area, maybe. Maybe in cities, you'll have some better, source or something like that. We'll look for it.
Sir, let us know, sir. We are building a vertical in FABA called FABA recruitment. So the main idea is because, you are complaining there is no talent, but actually talent is complaining there is no jobs.
Yeah.
So that's where FABA wants to fit in as a
Yeah. And
yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
right. That's why you need a platform to match these things.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You there are talented people around your place, but they may not be knowing that there is some way opportunity waiting for them.
Yeah.
but that's where FABA will step in. So this is the great platform for many of the students here, not only to interact with FABA and the resource persons, but also among yourselves. As you see, either Noor or Krishna Kumar or many other people, everybody networking among the participants and sharing your problems and thoughts and will help you in the long run.
True.
Definitely, sir. I see great potential on this platform, not just for biotechnology, but for entrepreneurship.
For any other field also.
Absolutely.
Guys, if you have any doubt to Krishna Kumar Garu, feel free to ask, because he built a company. I mean, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah, that's true. But you have to go through the stabilization phase.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we will catch up with you some other time.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely,
I can
we
guide
should,
if anybody wants to have some basic idea about setting up an industry or whatever it is. But I also need a right candidate for my industry.
Please send us a job ad, sir. We have a lot of people in our network who are looking for jobs.
Okay, sure.
Not only from India, we have people like Russell from Bangladesh. We have Bilal from Pakistan. We had Anthony from Nigeria. So the FABA forum is in many countries.
That's great.
That's the beauty of FABA, and especially FABA Fridays are for that. A lot of, I hope, students would get benefit.
It's nice.
I think it's a wonderful session, Indu. I think you have inspired many of the youngsters here, not only youngsters, even people like you. So I have to set my goal and then start working from today.
Oh, that's a great honor, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Means a lot.
Yeah.
Means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this platform, sir. It was a great honor. Thank you, all of you.
Bye-bye.
Krishna Kumar, sir, thank you so much for letting your insights.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
So Dr. Indu is the resourceful person in and around your place.
Okay.
And she can provide you all the manpower that is required.
Yeah, sure. I will get in touch through this platform.
Your honor.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Divya, Dr. Mamta. Dr. Jagdish, thank you so much. We'll connect.
Sure.
Finally.
Yeah. I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. I'm glad that you're back finally.
Sure.
And people need you. Those FABA Fridays aren't good FABA Fridays without you. That energy, people get charged with you. You become the accountability partner for many, right?
No, I'm so happy. Actually, my team has pulled out FABA Fridays. So I was worried because first 2 to 3 weeks, I think I was there. Afterwards, I couldn't. And then everybody stepped in and they did their best. So I'm actually very, very happy. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Great teamwork.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up.
Yeah. Thank you. See you again.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, Kasturi. Bye, Divya. And Mr. Russell is very kind enough to keep the videos on all the time, but he hasn't spoken a word. He was a keen listener, I guess. Right? Thank you. Thanks for keeping your video on. Yeah.
Thank you, Indu. It was a wonderful session.
Thanks, Kasturi. My pleasure. Thanks a lot. Most welcome.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.